Goeiedag. U spreekt met Jean een beetje Engels?
Een beetje, jawel.
Yeah. My name is Howie.
Yes. Hi, Howie. My name is Caitlin.
Oh, good morning, Reitma.
Good evening. How are you?
I have a brain injury and
Okay.
I have difficulty communicating.
And what made you call to us today?
I've been trying to communicate with the Expertise Centrum Euthanasie,
Yeah?
but because of my brain injury, I can't communicate adequately.
Yes.
They keep deleting my files,
Okay. Yes.
and I don't get any help from my house arts.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
Okay. This is, of course, yeah, must be very difficult that you're experiencing that, and it's uh, that is very good, of course. But you called to the yeah, the suicide line, suicide prevention.
Yes, but
And
I understand that.
yeah.
My problem is that I'm already dead.
What
Uh,
does that mean?
well, because 35 years ago I had a brain injury that took away my mental capacity. So now I'm legally dead. However, I'm what's known as a neurological remnant. Although legally I'm dead, I'm still alive as a neurological remnant. But the problem is that I receive a lot of abuse, and I am I'm seeking to be permanently extinguished.
And that is what you're trying to do through the expertise center.
Yes, I've been with them for 10 years, but because of my lack of capacity, I can't communicate with them. They treat me like I don't exist, and whilst I might not exist legally, I still I still experience a lot of abuse, which I want to stop.
Yeah.
I can't stop the abuse, and the abuse is unbearable.
Yeah.
I have to watch my children being raped, and it's not pleasant.
Most definitely is not, and it is very awful that you're going through this. Have you, are you in danger at this moment?
Um, I'm in danger of being abused.
No. Okay. And to continue, before I continue this conversation, I need to ask, do you have thoughts of suicide?
Yes, that's why I'm phoning 113 because I'm 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 your office is in Amsterdam,
Yes.
and I'm not in Amsterdam. I'm on my way to the 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 offices. I'm going to the office of the 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 clinicians that, which are not fit to practice. So my house arts and the commenter sent me to some clinicians, nurses, and ergotherapists who are not fit to practice. And I'm going to ask them for their bill, to pay their bill, because being brain injured, I can't organize money, and if I don't pay the bill, they will send the deurwarders to abuse my bewindvorder. And if I'm to stay alive, then the bewindvorder cannot be abused. And I have to protect the bewindvorder, because only the bewindvorder can protect the children. And
what is that? What is what you're saying? I can't really understand what you're saying. You said the bewindvorder. What is that?
it's like
Who is that?
a bewindvorder is like a Vucht or a plaatsvervanger.
Sorry, oh?
A Vucht. Plaatsvervanger. Curateur.
Yeah.
Do you understand bewindvorder?
Yes.
So when you don't legally exist, in order to do things like communicate and do things through the rechtbank, you have to have a bewindvorder. And so my bewindvorder has to be looked after and protected from the abuse from the deurwarders.
Right.
And so I have to pay the bills I have to pay my medical bills. Otherwise, the deurwarders will start abusing the bewindvorder.
Yeah.
And if the bewindvorder is abused, they're going to abandon me.
Okay. And you mentioned you're not in Holland at the moment. Or not where are you then? I don't need to know your exact location, but do you know?
It's called The Hague.
Okay.
Wateringen.
But you are in Holland. You're not in Amsterdam, but you are in Holland.
No, I was going to go to Amsterdam, but I didn't know where to go in Amsterdam.
Okay. No, that's not a problem. You calling or sending text messages. Either way, it's perfectly okay.
I get lost a lot. It's all right. Can I ask you a question, please?
You can.
Because I have a brain injury, this is not for rain. I can't live in a house. I have to live outdoors. And if I live outdoors, how can I stop the police abusing me?
Okay, that's not a question that I can answer
But
now. Because of course, police is there to help you.
No. The police are not there to help me. The police are here to take away my children and have them raped.
And have you tried to get help?
Yes, that's why I have a bewindvorder.
Yeah. Okay. Before we continue this conversation, sir, because I'd like to talk to you about it further, but I need to know about your safety right now. I need to ask you a couple of questions. Do you mind if I ask you those questions right now?
Oh, you go ahead.
Okay. Are you hurt, or have you taken anything, any substances such as drugs or medicines?
No.
No. Okay. But I hear a loud noise in the background.
What?
Now it is gone. Okay.
Traffic.
Okay. All right. And do you have something inside or something close by that you can hurt yourself with, or you want to hurt yourself with?
No.
No. Okay. And you mentioned that you said there's traffic. Where are you right now?
Wateringen.
Excuse me?
It's a suburb of The Hague. Yeah? A suburb of The Hague.
Mm-hmm. And you're outside now. Are you close to the road?
Yes.
you standing close to the road, or are you sitting?
Sitting.
Can you maybe tell me what you're sitting?
Yeah.
Are you sitting on? You're sitting on something next to the road, because the road sounds very close.
Yeah. I'm in a wheelchair.
Okay. And you're sitting in a wheelchair,
Yes.
close to the road, though.
Yes.
How far away from the road are you? Do you know how many approximately meters, for example?
About half a meter.
Half a meter from the road. Okay.
Yes.
How come that you're so close from the road?
Pardon?
How come that you're so close from the road?
Because the pavement goes next to the road.
Okay, so you're on the pavement.
Yes, that's right.
Okay. Now I'm asking because I would like to know what you are planning. Maybe so close, being so close to the road.
I'm trying to find somewhere out of the rain.
All right. It's raining where you are.
Yes, it's raining, and I'm trying to get away from the rain.
All right. And one more question. May I know your age?
62.
62. Okay. Thank you very much for answering my questions. So, you were telling me about, it's not safe for you, and you tried to contact or try to find help, and as of now, I have not found the help that you're looking for. And so you contacted us, right? Because you wanted to find out, or at least you contacted us. What were you hoping that I would be able to do for you in this conversation?
So I have come to pay my medical bills.
You have come to pay, but in this conversation, you cannot pay your medical bills.
Yeah, I know, but I can't. Not. Let me try to explain. There is
Sorry, should I rephrase the question?
There is a point. There is a point in time at which the medical bills will be paid, and I am approaching that point in time. I'm coming to.
Yes.
I'm going to pay my medical bills. However, on the way to pay the medical bills, I'm worried that I will be abused by the police.
Okay.
And I don't know what to do. What do I do if the police come along and start abusing me? How can I deal with that? Because they always abuse me.
What do you mean by abuse you?
They beat me. They broke my neck. They kick my wheelchair.
Okay. And is there anywhere that you can maybe go to find help? Is there anybody else that you know?
Well, first of all, you have to understand that as a brain-injured person, I'm under medical instructions from the doctor to not have contact with people. I have to isolate myself. So when you say, can I go anywhere for help, therein lies my problem. Because if I go to people for help, I will have seizures. I won't be able to make myself understood, and they'll start abusing me.
Yeah. And you felt this way before, I think, or at least maybe dealt with more difficult situations like this. And what has helped before to get you out of these situations, or where have you found help before?
Oh, by turning around and walking away.
Yeah.
But my problem is I have a bewindvorder to look after, and if I don't pay my medical bills, then the deurwarders will break into the house of the bewindvorder and steal everything they've got.
Okay.
And
what is keeping you from paying the bills and going, because you don't need to pay the bills through the police, right?
No, of course not. The police don't deal with medical bills. No, the problem is that being brain injured, I can't organize.
Yeah.
And so there were the people from the Gemeente, they brought in the brain injury coach. And the brain injury coach was not fit to practice. they neglected me and abandoned me. And so also my house arts sent me to the ergotherapist, and the ergotherapist also neglected me, which led to a lot of abuse. And so what I have to do is I want to get rid of these people. I want to make sure I never have contact with these people ever again. And part of that is to pay their medical bills, because these people have been brought into my life and they haven't said anything to me like what it's going to cost me. So whatever medical bill they're going to spring on me, I don't know anything about it, because they have not approached me in a proper manner. They haven't said to me, we are going to help you and this is what the cost is going to be. All they've said is, we are going to help you, and that's it. They haven't told me what the cost is going to be. And so, as far as I understand, there is no cost. It's free. But I don't want them to suddenly bring a secret bill behind my back without telling me about it. So at the moment, I'm on the way. I'm on the way to Wateringsveld Ergotherapy and Woonnet Haag, London. And I'm approaching these people to pay the bill, and then after that I will be submitting my evidence to the fitness to practice. And I will hope I never have any contact with these people again, because they have brought me huge suffering. They have neglected me and caused me abuse, and I don't feel that it is right that I should make fitness to practice complaints. That should be the job of the people who referred me to this particular individuals. But the problem is that I can't communicate with these people over the telephone. I have to physically go to their offices. And my problem about going physically to their offices is that it brings me closer to the police. And I'm just very, very concerned that the police are going to start abusing me, because this is what always happens. Every time I try to do something, the police spring out of nowhere and start abusing me.
Yeah. See, I want to, keep thinking with you how you can get help or how you can get out of this situation. But how do you think that I could help you with this? Because I cannot help you with your situation right now. Okay. So what? I cannot help you with the situation with the police and with the medical.
Well, exactly.
Community.
So who can? Who can help me with these things? Because I can't go to the juridical loket or a lawyer, because if I go to the juridical loket or the lawyer, they will say that my arguments are not legal arguments, and then I'll start having a seizure.
Okay.
Because I have a brain injury. The problem is that when I try to communicate with people, they can't understand me. They have huge difficulty understanding me. And they're going to just... So what can I do? I don't know what to do. I am brain injured. I have huge problems trying to communicate with people, and I don't know where to go, because my house arts will not refer me to anybody. I've been with my house arts for 10 years. They'll never refer me to anybody who can help me. All they do is refer to people who neglect and abuse me.
Yeah.
And
you mentioned, may I for a minute?
Yes.
So you mentioned, have you tried going to the jurisdiction, somebody go to talk about this somewhere?
But I don't know who to go. I don't know who to go to. Who do I go to?
Yeah.
Because I can't go to a lawyer. I can't go to the juridical loket. Who do I go to?
Yeah.
I don't know who.
You feel like you're not helped anywhere. Nobody's listening, or nobody's listening to
But
you.
no, I'm not
They're
saying
not helping you.
they're not listening to me. What I believe is they just don't understand how life is difficult for people who have brain injuries. They don't understand. They don't understand that. Therein lies the problem. If you can't communicate with people because they are not familiar with brain injury, then you might as well just not exist or be talking into the air. And the problem is that the gemeente sent me to this brain injury coach from the Woonnet Haaglanden, is like a nursing home for old people. But the problem is that these people, they're not fit to practice. They're just completely useless.
Yeah.
They're more than useless. They're dangerous. They're dangerous people who will cause you harm.
Yeah.
So what am I?
So you feel like they don't understand, not those for exactly, but the people that you've tried to reach out to, that they don't understand.
If they understand,
what you're
if
going to,
if they
yeah.
understand, they don't show it, and
Okay.
the way they behave is not fit to practice. I'll give you an example. When I explained to the brain injury coach that I was being abused by the police, they refused to make a report, and it's not correct. If a nurse realizes that their patient is being abused by the government, by the state, they're supposed to make a report, and the nurse just didn't do it.
Yeah.
So if I'm being
Sir, just a moment. Can I?
yes.
Yeah, so you've mentioned a couple of times to me that it's difficult, your communication skills, that you think it's very difficult, but we have been talking for quite a while now, and I think that that you can communicate very clearly with me.
And therein lies the problem. People think that I'm communicating clearly, but what they are failing to do is to understand how difficult it is for me as a disabled person to do things. That is, and therein lies the failure in the communication, because you by thinking that I'm communicating clearly, you are failing in the communication process.
Yeah.
Do you not?
Can,
That's the problem.
I'm trying to understand. Of course, I'm trying to. So while I'm talking to you, I tried to gather some information. Have you ever heard of this organization? It's called the Hersen Stichting.
Yes.
It's basically a foundation for people with brain injuries.
I did, and they kept asking me for money. Every time they're asking me for money to give them money.
So you have been with them, and you have worked there, or you have talked to them.
I have been to the Hersen Stichting, but all they want is money. They are just like people asking for money all the time. They don't provide any help. They just they just want my money. That's it.
I'm trying to look for more options for you. Do you mind? Do you know the organization Humanitas?
One moment. I think I might have heard of it. I'm just putting it into my phone.
Yes.
Probably because I'm on the phone making a phone call. My telephone. No, I don't have any internet. Okay, well, tell me about Humanitas.
Okay, so Humanitas, just a moment, is okay. They can help you think, and it's free. That's the most important thing. And they have volunteers trying to help you how to deal with what you're going through with the brain injury, and how to adjust in life. And they are professionals, of course, and they know, because I am not a professional, and I'm not. I haven't studied, of course, in this field, so it's difficult for me to help. If they have professionals who can guide you through, or maybe help you move further in life and maybe uh, be next to you while you process all of this.
Uh-huh. Well, I appreciate that. I mean, do you think that I'll be able to talk with them about what I talked with you, and
Yes.
they can
For yeah.
they can give me
No.
some guidance? Because my problem is that I can't I can't do the things that people are expected to do. And if you can't do what is expected of you, you end up being an outcast and having lots of problems.
Yeah.
And
But they have. If you look on, if you when maybe after our when we're done talking, you can go on their website and you can find some information there, because from their website, of course, I can see that you can find help with them, and they have the professionals, and it's free because they're doing it with volunteers.
mm, I'm going to check them up. Is there anybody else you can think of apart from Humanitas?
Not so from the top of my head. I would have to do some more research
Yeah.
on it. But this is the first one after, of course, the one that we just talked about, the Helsenstichting. This is the next best one that just popped up.
Okay, well, that's very kind of you to suggest that. That's the kind of help
Yeah.
I need, is to try to speak to people who can guide me, because my Bewindvorder has disappeared, and
Yeah.
and it's left me in a
In a difficult situation, of course. Yeah.
yes, because when I had a Bewindvorder, they helped me to become more normal, and
Yeah.
without the Bewindvorder, I have I try to explain. The Bewind,
Yeah.
I rented a house for the Bewindvorder, and
Yes.
so I could stay there. And then when the Bewindvorder disappeared, I didn't have anywhere to stay anymore.
Yeah.
And so it's difficult when it's raining because I don't have anywhere to go. So at the moment, I'm underneath a lorry, under a Vrachtwagen,
Yeah. So
and
that's where you live.
I'm out. Yes, I live outdoors, but the problem is I'm very worried that the police will find me and start abusing me.
Yeah.
And
Of course.
I don't know how to deal with
Yeah.
that. If I can't live in a house and I have to live outdoors, and
Yeah.
if there's no rain, I can go and sleep out anywhere outdoors. But when it rains, I have to be underneath something, and that's when
Yeah.
I get worried that the police will find me and start abusing me, and they will give me fines, and I have to go to court, and I don't know how to deal with all of those problems.
Yeah. No, that must be very difficult, of course, for you. And
Because I
have
can't.
you ever,
Hmm?
yeah, for that problem, have you ever heard of the Huisvesting Stichting, the Foundation for Huisvesting Stichting, AHAS?
Uh,
Atlas, sorry. Sorry, Atlas.
can you spell it, please, again? I write it down.
It's Atlas, ATLAS.
Oh, right. No, I've not heard of them.
Yeah. I think they may be able to guide you with your housing issues.
But the
I'm not sure. Of course, this is the information because while we're talking, I'm looking for information, of course, and this is the one that I found. So it would be good maybe that you can contact them.
I would try to do that, but the problem
All
is
right.
I'm very very antisocial, and so
Yeah.
I cannot live in a beschermd woning because I will
Of
disturb
course.
everybody,
Yeah.
and then if I live on my own, I will just self neglect.
Yeah.
That's why
I understand.
if I live outdoors, then it's easier for me. Then because I can't organize a housing contract or pay bills or anything like that.
Yes.
And
But at Humanitas, maybe because they know, of course, what you're going through, and that's where the professionals are. And I just looked on their website. They also have a place, I think, here in Den Haag.
mm.
You mentioned that you're in Den Haag. It's Leeweg 831, which I think you can look for it online, but they have an office in Den Haag also.
Okay. Well, I'm going to contact Atlas Huisvesting and Humanitas and ask them how to help me, because I'm not having any progress at all with the expertise center euthanasia.
Yeah.
They're just ignoring me.
Okay. Maybe this will be, because they understand, of course, what you're going through, because they have the professionals there who deal with this sort of injury very often, and they may be able to help you more effectively.
Okay. May I ask your name, please?
My name is Caitlin.
Thank you very much for your help, Leighton.
You're welcome, and of course, I wish you a lot of strength with all of this, and hope that you have a very easy night.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for your help.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Good night. Goodbye.